What is up everyone, Axe here, back for another Steam game review, and today we're checking out The Beginner's Guide. This unique game doesn't really have an objective or a goal. Instead, you're being guided by a narrator through a library of games created by a developer the narrator used to know. So it's one of those artistic indie walking simulator games. These games are interesting because there isn't any competition. There's no way to win or to lose, in the conventional sense at least. It's like the games aren't meant for that way of thought, like they're supposed to be thought of differently. Anyway, the narrator concludes that the games seem unfinished, that they lack a particular quality that would make them more playable. He seems fixated on certain cryptic and nebulous concepts in the games, seeming knowledgeable part of the time and borderline obsessed at others. Coda, the developer of these games, begins making games less often as the narrator becomes more analytical of not only the games themselves, but what they say about the developer. It brings about an interesting talking point. Do creations always have to reflect some type of behavioral pattern or personal characteristic of the creator? Or can they just be what they are? But what are they, or what is this game? It's an experience. I have to admit, at some points in the game I was feeling a lot like the narrator. I was waiting for some big twist and trying to think ahead about what these little pieces of the game meant. When the narrator had pressed Coda for more information, Coda would withdraw. The game started taking longer and longer to make. Coupled with the reoccurring theme of a prison, the narrator concluded that Coda was depressed and was withdrawing for that reason. If a player isn't supposed to achieve a goal or choose the right option out of a given set, what are they supposed to do? The narrator ends up driving Coda to make games less often and even to make darker games, games which don't seem to want to be played at all. And in the end, it turns out Coda had to ask the narrator not to contact him anymore. He had been upset with the amount of attention the games had gotten him, and felt almost violated by the narrator's intrusion. The narrator, who felt validated by talking about the unique and abstract nature of the games inadvertently, lost touch with Coda over the incident. He released the games as a way to generate awareness in an effort to reunite with Coda, making the player an accomplice of sorts. It seems that whenever a creation piques our interest, we think our reaction to it says something about the creator, when really our reaction to it says more about us. It comes down to the old saying that we don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. So the game? Yeah, it's very interesting. And who was Coda? We will likely never know. Maybe he was this enigmatic programmer with a mindset from another universe. Or maybe he just liked making prisons.